And never has been a pleasure. The wings still raised on the Carreras. The dream still king
Nigga,
like
fuck you. Everything you represent, bro.
Damn, Perk.
Cause you the greatest man of all time, bro.
What kind of bar is that?
I just want to be as cool as you when I grow up, bro. And so it was like it's some hater shit.
I feel that. I feel that.
You don't feel me, bro. You just saying you feel me.
Same thing.
It's not the same thing.
Same thing, man.
It's not the same thing, bro. What time you gotta go to work again today? I forgot. I'm keeping it butt, folks. We're doing this right before work.
Yeah, I'm I at least gotta be out of here by like 1:30 of my time. So we got a couple hours.
And see, I gotta be somewhere at 2 my time.
Okay, so yeah, we definitely got a couple hours.
Yeah. Like we pushing it. Uh-oh. Da-da. Da-da. Da-da, 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 da-da. Hey, you need the Jaws theme song when you enter in,
What?
I said you need the Jaws theme song when you enter in, Contrarian. There's a shark on the prowl. What's up, folks? How y'all doing? We all here. We back at it again. This is the podcast, episode motherfucking, I think we're in the 20s now. We're in 20s now, motherfucker. We 22. 22, no, we 22. I'm feeling 22. Look, man, they think I got down T Swift up in this bit. We at our 22, bro. Hey, we gonna be Jordan next episode, Jordan year. We gotta talk about it. LeBron versus Jordan, episode 23, coming.
LeBron versus Joyner.
Jordan.
Oh, I was like, what?
Why did
I said Jordan.
Yeah.
It's like, what's they
Jordan.
beef?
I thought that's
Michael
what he said too. I was like, who the fuck is Jordan?
Jordan Lucas versus LeBron James. Nah, man. Michael B. Jordan. What's Michael Jordan's real middle name?
Jeffrey.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan versus LeBron King James. I don't think he got a real middle name. It's just King.
I don't know what it is.
It's King. It's King. All right.
No, it's not, nigga.
It's King. I Googled it.
LeBron King James.
I Googled it.
Yeah, okay.
LeBron King. His mama was like, that's King. All right, man. We got a question that Wiz put on there. I wanted to start off with this off real because I was like, that's fire. Was getting with Erykah Badu like Jay-Z getting when Andre 3000 got Erykah Badu back in the day? Was that the equivalent of the Jay-Z and Rihanna and the ASAP Rocky? My bad, Jay-Z and Beyonce and the ASAP Rocky and Rihanna. I'm all over the place today.
No, because they didn't really carry themselves like that. So.
They didn't care about what?
As a man, though, who got the better deal?
They didn't really carry themselves like that. So I wouldn't say no. I mean, magnitude wise, yeah, I guess if you were looking at their careers, yeah, you could say that if you're looking at it from that standpoint. But I mean, they didn't carry themselves like no power couple and that like that.
Oh, okay. See,
I just thought about it because I was like, I forgot what we was talking about, but then we was watching Idlewild, and then out of nowhere somebody was like, yo, that's crazy that he got a baby with Erykah Badu. I was like, yo, you know what? That is crazy. That is wild. Like that. I was like, that's up there with such and such. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So,
yeah. Like I'm saying, as far as their stature and shit, yeah.
but I mean, she got a baby with. Don't she got a baby with another rapper too? Jay Electronica?
Jay Electronica and Common.
Common got a kid with her?
I believe so.
I thought Common was
I did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't think. I didn't know Common had kids.
Common. I mean, her and Common was married, if I'm not mistaken. I think they were married. I know they were together for a long ass time.
Okay.
This
Was
is
there rapper
crazy.
beef? Was there ever a bar at Andre 3000 for Common or Common to Andre 3000? There was no pacifist. I'm a I'm a support Black Lives better than you.
I ain't never heard them niggas say. The only thing I ever heard one comment was "More power to him" or some shit. You know, I ain't never heard them. I think I heard one comment from Dre maybe at one time. They heard one from Common. That was all peaceful nigga shit.
Yes, piece of
Right. These the type of niggas that's just gonna call it is what it is. We need more rappers like that. We need more pacifists in the game. We can see who's better. We'll live long enough to rap long enough.
Shit, if you don't want a bitch, you don't want a bitch. Shit. Problems only happen when somebody still wants somebody. Shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. They both was done with the relationship, so there wasn't no point of arguing no more.
Ain't your fucking homeboy.
Okay. This is the next question I got for you. How are they determining what order niggas go in at these concerts where they got 60 old niggas on them? So like I went to the Keith Sweat concert and it seemed like it just seemed like the order was all out of place. Like,
I don't know. I mean,
what you mean? What's the order?
They started off with H-Town. After H-Town, they went with oh, I gotta even look at it. But the thing that it was the headlines was Keith Sweat and the dude who made Can We Talk?
Tevin Campbell?
Tevin Campbell.
Damn, I didn't know that nigga was still performing. I ain't heard him name performing in a while.
But I didn't understand why Tevin Campbell is the second headliner with
Shit,
2 songs.
Nigga, 2 songs. You crazy as hell. Nigga, Tevin Campbell was large. Nigga.
Man, I must be sweet,
Tevin Campbell was a teen star, nigga, when he was a teenager, boy.
He said that though. He said, I wrote this song when I was 14.
Yeah,
I was like, what?
Star. I don't know what you're talking about. I guarantee he was a bigger star than Keith Sweat.
He was a bigger star than Keith Sweat?
Yeah.
Well, Keith Sweat closed out the night. He was the headliner.
Keith Sweat is still performing. I mean, he still performing. I mean, a lot of times they going by the performance too. So a lot of them old niggas is a bum ass performance. So, you know, you might gonna put him in front of somebody who's still like Charlie Wilson. Charlie Wilson headliner, but you know what I'm saying? He's still still putting on a show. You know what I'm saying?
Charlie Wilson doesn't headline either. He goes second before Maxwell on the last two. So
but
I just
top of the ticket right with Maxwell. That's what I'm saying. Maxwell, what, 20 years younger than motherfucking Charlie Wilson, man.
Maxwell younger than Charlie Wilson?
Hell yeah, nigga. Charlie Wilson was in the Gap, man. Nigga.
Oh, wait. I do this shit all the time, bro. There's a generation of niggas. I'm thinking of Anthony Hamilton. That's who
Anthony Hamilton with Maxwell, or you still saying?
It was Anthony Hamilton and Maxwell.
Anthony Hamilton wasn't as large as Maxwell.
Okay. That's what I was trying to say. So it's not the money, it's the longevity of the career and who's still on top.
A lot of times who performances is better these days. I mean, if y'all just fat niggas are coming up and getting a check and ain't putting on no show, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you gonna do your little 2 songs at the front of the show. People won't put on the show. Them promoters won't put on the show. And that's who getting paid the most money. And that's a lot of things to do with it too. Who fucking got paid?
Okay, here it is. It was Raheem DeVaughn, Keith Sweat, Tevin Campbell, 112, H-Town, and Genuine.
I mean, I don't understand what was the lineup then? What was the order mean?
The order was
H-Town went first.
H-Town went first. Then it was 112. Then after 112, it was Genuine, which that's what fucked me up. Genuine going so early. But I was like, maybe it's because Genuine might not show up. Like, because it's Genuine. But it was Genuine, and he arguably had the best set.
H-Town 112, then Genuine.
Then Genuine. Then it was the three headliners, Ray Devon, Tevin Campbell, Keith Sweat.
I don't have no problem with that order. I don't see no problem with that order.
I just felt like
Were you the youngest nigga at the concert?
Not the youngest, but my age group is the youngest niggas there. Yeah, like they never even shouted us out. They was like 30 club, 40 club, 50 club. They never even said the 20 club. Like it was never even like we was in the box like woo.
Reason why you don't know them niggas, because when they was in their 20s is when them hits came out. What the hell they talking about? Yeah.
But I just was really thrown off by the lineup. And then
I don't see no problem in it. I don't know who you.
That's what it was. Okay, my bad. I messed up. It was H-Town, then Silk. Then after Silk was Genuine. Then after Genuine, 112. Then after 112, Raheem Devon, then Tevin Campbell, then Keith Sweat.
I still don't see the problem. But the only thing I made with a switch was the Genuine. You say 112 went after Genuine?
Yeah, and I just felt like
maybe you would flip those two. I mean, 112 got hits. Nigga, he was on Bad Boy.
They came out with the Bad Boy music on, like the Bad Boy.
They niggas had hits. Nigga, everything they dropped was a hit.
Yeah. So I guess the following night I went to the Crit concert and there was a bunch of niggas. I knew one of the niggas. I guess the thing that's throwing me off is why these niggas, the niggas that got hits only got 15 minutes to open up. The niggas that ain't got no tracks at all only got 15 minutes to open up. Who picks and what is the selection for the tours? Like, why? Who decides what gets what? And I don't think it's. I just was curious why.
Whoever got the most money, whoever getting paid the most, shit is negotiated. I mean, period. That shit is negotiated. Okay. Certain niggas be like, I ain't going to do this tour unless I'm going to certain place. You know, I mean, that shit is all negotiated, bro.
And same thing with I know you done heard the DL Hughley.
And it's also probably another thing is niggas go places and take turns, especially if they're on the same tour, if they all moving around. I mean, you may not see the same order in every city. It's not like they got it planned out.
That's true too, because Raheem Devon, I feel like is a New York-based R&B artist, because his shit wasn't hitting in Louisville. I feel like he gonna hit
that kind of shit matters too.
Yeah, like I feel like he would hit better up north somewhere. I was like, this is definitely a New York nigga at his finest. Or he from Newark, New Jersey.
Man, I went to a show one time in the country and shit. It's a nigga from out of Jacksonville. I think he was from Jacksonville. I didn't know the cat. You know, that was when I moved to Florida. You know, if I moved back to Florida, and I didn't know, had never heard of the cat. Cat went out there and did fucking like damn near 2 hours. Everybody in there know him. But the nigga Yola the Great, you know, the nigga had this song, I Just Don't Give a Fuck. This nigga went on before him, before this dude. And I was like, dude, and nobody in there is making no, like they just didn't know the song. Like that song wasn't popping there like that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think I lived there yet. I think I was just down there visiting. I think I just come down there. And I was looking at these niggas like, y'all don't know this fucking song? Like nobody's fucking reacting to it. They don't notice it. And I was like, this song's the fucking hit. How the fuck y'all know this fucking song? And nobody's paying this nigga no attention. Then this nigga come up here who I don't have no clue who the fuck he is. It was his show. And nigga went out there and ripped for like 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Y'all went up there for about 15 minutes. And that's the only reason I went. Because I was like, oh shit, well, nigga got popping song. I was like, shit, I go over there. I don't know who this other nigga is. Shit, nigga, the other nigga had the motherfucking popping though. So I mean, that shit matters. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. So I guess
That
that's
nigga
where
knew
you
he
at.
wasn't gonna get no response. Why go after a nigga like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I'm in this nigga area. You know what I'm saying? I'm in this nigga area. He just as, you know what I'm saying, just as big as me. But you know what I'm saying? I ain't big there. Not in that market. So shit, if I go after him, nigga, this shit gonna be empty in the middle of like a minute.
That makes sense. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay. Oh, fucking, that makes sense for Crit too, because the niggas that went there.
Talk
All right, so
about
then
Crit. Talk about Crit, because I went to a Crit concert in Louisville too, and I ain't know we was tied. I just thought we had a mural of that nigga for no reason. Like, that sounds dumb, but like, I
oh wait,
dead ass
how
thought
is
that.
Louisville tied to Crit? Can you put me on?
He's a Southern
Explain.
lyricist. He likes coming to Louisville. We show him love.
Big Crit, Big
Big
Crit,
Crit?
Big Crit came to Louisville.
Oh, okay.
Last.
That's all I'm saying. I seen him a couple years ago, and he was like, "Yo, I love this city. Da 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 da. I love to come back here. You always show me love." I'm like, "Nigga, us? Nigga, what? Like,
No, but it was like I got there early. You know me. I try to meet the niggas. I did meet them too. Check. But I got there early. Oh, and I'm talking, and it's damn near empty. And I was like, damn, these niggas ain't coming to fuck with Crit. By the time the second opener act came off stage, I turned around again to bit with Pat. And then as soon as Crit came out, bro, it was almost like the room like just got, it seemed like people started coming out of nowhere. And so he shut that bitch down. I'm not gonna hold you. His new album is really good. But he has such a loyal fan base and demographic that like he can always do what he want to do. And that's why I think that's what's hard. Like that's what consistency gets you. That's a consistent nigga. Like he gonna do the same shit over and over again. And like he could arguably be a top 5 rapper but I also feel like this is what it looks like when you don't let the industry press the button.
yeah, because he may not reach like stadium levels. He might be on a tour or something like that with stadium level niggas, but like he can do the Mercury all day, every day.
Yes, he can do every Mercury in every city
for the rest of his life. I think that's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, I wasn't expecting, like, I was supposed to go with my brother, but my brother ended up not being able to go. So I think it was just like me and Nate and that bitch. And like, I know who Big Crit is. I listen to the music, but I'm not expecting niggas to like fuck with Big Crit like that. Nigga, that bitch was jumping.
moving. And I thought I was a Crit fan too, but no, I was like, I'm not a Crit fan the way these niggas is Crit fans. Like, yeah, these niggas remember.
That's what I'm saying. That's a W for Southern hip hop, bro. Like that shit's crazy. Like he really is a living legend, bro. Like we might need to give these niggas his flowers, because there's niggas that try to give him flowers, right? But as a culture, I don't think we giving that nigga no flowers yet.
And see, damn, why he leave? I'm trying to segue into this question for him, but the motherfucker.
We can talk about something real quick. Just keep your question on hold.
Okay.
So I finally got in touch with Kentucky Industry, that Savage Presley and them.
I saw that.
So basically, and this is, I guess you could call it public information, you know what I'm saying? But so it's $250 to perform with these niggas. And
I saw that.
So like if I sold you a performance slot, if I got you to sign up, I would get 25. So he's basically got a whole team of niggas. Like it's over 30 people in his WhatsApp chat, and everybody's posting at the same time. Like it's all delegation, and it's like everybody's there for different reasons. Some niggas just want to get in there and party for free. Some niggas want to make money off the commission of the tickets and shit like that. Some niggas is artists. Some people want to throw their own party and shit like that, but they all in one crew. Like that's a street team, nigga. It's an internet street team. I thought that shit was interesting.
Yeah, I mean, and that, bro, that's fire, bro. And that's, I mean, low key, that's what we need and some shit. And
I'm in that bitch. Don't worry.
The next question is though, like, this promotion team that you with, they usually on. All right, this is another thing that I think is funny. Listen to how
what was the start of what he was saying? Breakdown. I had stepped away.
Okay, so there's a big like promotion marketing team in Louisville, Kentucky. They do a lot of events. Their last few events, they said they've had Little Baby come in town. Who else they said they had come to town? Wiz, you got the more details on it. It's Little Baby.
They've had a few niggas.
They bring major shows to town.
They bring major shows down. Well, they're having an industry. What's the name of the event? Kentucky what industry?
So the name of the group is called Kentucky Industry, but they have the Sunset Summerfest.
Sunset Summerfest.
They got DJ Easy and DJ Samosa coming through, and then who else? I think they got somebody. They got some special guests, but so what the group chat that I was in and stuff, they was planning for this, but they also planning for July. He's thinking about bringing out niggas like Y&J and shit like that. So he's not bringing out the top rappers, but niggas wise, he's bringing out the choppers on your ass and shit. All them niggas.
Okay.
They want 250 to come perform at their music fest, but there's no artists there. What do you think? Just curious. They want 250 to perform 2 songs at their music fest. There's no artists there.
They just say there'll be some.
I think
Little Baby's not there.
So you know how we was talking about how like
who the fuck gives a fuck about performing in front of Little Baby? I can give a fuck about Little Baby. I mean, if I'm an artist, I mean, why I care about meeting Little Baby? Little Baby don't sign nothing.
They got the vibe that you want us to have, right? Like fuck it, have a party. It's a big ass event. And if niggas want to come up and perform, then they can pay to do that. But like they got the vibe as far as like, okay, this is just the event. This is just a place to be type shit. And then so they get the charge niggas $250. And then it's not even like how we got to do it, where we got to from the ground up talking to every single nigga. You know what I'm saying? They got niggas finding niggas for them.
But what I'm saying is they have a name and they can throw a party at a club just because it's Tuesday night or Saturday night. And people are gonna be there, right?
Correct. The main nigga behind it, he's a ex U of L football player. Pretty sure he's a communications major. He stays in Miami, so he be working through Florida and Atlanta and shit like that. But he still connect back to Kentucky and shit like that. And basically bring all these connections for these major cities.
Those niggas can do showcases because there's gonna be a crowd there, and then they can charge $250. That's what I'm trying to tell you to do. Is, you know what I'm saying? You have to get a crowd there. Instead of charging niggas nickels and dimes, you can charge these niggas whole dollars.
And see, that's why I couldn't be mad, right? That's why I was like, well, let me get real humble and let me just like, you know what I'm saying, just be a part of it, right? Because it's literally the opposite. Like it's literally like if it makes it, and I know you said this, but I ain't gonna let you get it all the way, but it makes me feel like I'm hustling backwards. Type shit. It sounds like we should have went the other way, but like trying to be different, it's almost like we ended up just going in a circle. Now we got to start over again, basically.
Yeah, you just gotta get your people up. And like you said, the networking with the internet. I mean, you should have a web of people promoting shit just to be back promoting because you promoting them. And I assume that's what you're talking about. What they trying to bring with the network.
That's what he did. So we in this little group chat. It's about 30 of us and the main nigga. And basically he'd be like, all right, everybody, here's the information, post it. And then everybody go post it. But different niggas is in there for different reasons. Some niggas just want to go get drunk for free. Some niggas is artists and they want to promote themselves. Some niggas want to get into the party scene and shit and promoting shit they sell. So everybody's got a different reason. So you get to cross promote, be a part of the team. You know what I'm saying? And then I get my shit off.
Do you get to put your party into the text?
See, that'll be something that I would have to connect to. Really, I'm just like, niggas don't know who I am, right? They don't know nothing about my platform type shit. They don't know nothing about what I do. I'm just another nigga who is into promoting this shit as far as they know. So the goal would be like, so right now he's looking to, so the whole thing is called Industry Global. So they got Kentucky Industry, Georgia Industry, Florida Industry, you know what I'm saying, type shit. But for Kentucky Industry, he's looking for somebody to run it. And considering I already have experience, I'm like, okay, let me see what I can do. Because if I can go ahead and take the top platform and like, you know what I'm saying, and kind of mix my shit in there with it, and then boom. If we can co-promote an event or whatever, then I can mix the crowds.
I'm not understanding this now. So what this is, like you say, group of people who, like you say, just want to be somebody. And they're in a text chain. There's a master of the text chain. And the text chain master is the person who deems what everybody else is supposed to snatch off of.
Is he frozen on your screen?
Yeah, for a second. Yeah. So is that? Am I getting the gist of it so far?
Yeah. So there's a nigga, Savage Presley. He's an ex-athlete, and he started Industry Global.
What
And
I'm
they,
saying,
yeah.
no, you going back. What I'm saying is, like, so the Kentucky man, the man who's over Kentucky, he's the only person who can, is what I'm trying to say. Like, if you, because you're on the chain, right? You're on the Kentucky chain.
Mhm.
So you're on the Kentucky chain. You can't say, well, I got an event coming up this week or in 2 weeks. You can't add something into the chat and then everybody's supposed to do that for you, or this is just his shit.
I would probably be the first nigga to do that, or the first nigga to have something going on that effective to put in there. So I don't know. I mean, I could, but I don't want these niggas to be like, what the fuck?
This, you just working for a motherfucker for free. Shit. People get paid for posting people's shit on their sites. I mean, you know better than I do about
See,
that.
I'm playing for the connection, right? Because I already done hit bro up on the side. You know, I was on a little meeting, whatever. I put my 2 cents in, made sure my presence was heard. But it's not. I'm trying to get to this nigga. I want to interview him. You know what I'm saying, and then connect with him from there, rather than just to keep playing this game. Like I just got in the group chat like yesterday.
Yeah. So,
type
yeah.
shit.
Next event you got coming up, I put that shit right in the motherfucking group chat. I mean, other than that, then I'm just working for you. Because other than that shit, I can do this shit while I'm just
hopefully I don't get kicked out.
working for you, man. Shit. I mean, I mean, it's a waste of time to me if I can't put that. The idea sounds good if everybody in there can do that. You know what I mean? And then we way to be tracked too to see. You know what I'm saying? Be like, boom, you know, so on. You know, what I'm saying so and so and so and so. You know what I'm saying? You see your shit popping up on other people's joints and they tagging you. You know what I'm saying? However that go with the tagging and all of that. But other than that, shit, that's wasting my motherfucking time to be promoting your shit.
I guess that's what I would do, right? I would still try to connect with everybody individually in the group chat and shit like that, and try to, you know, say get them to do it like as far as like promoting what we got going on and shit like that. It's just like this was like I've been waiting for a response for these niggas for like a month, just to try. Like my goal is to connect with him. I don't want to just be another cog in the wheel. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, like this is just my first shot in there type shit. I'm just now getting to talk to bro type shit. So that's my goal ultimately, just to connect with him and then see how we can add value to each other. I give a fuck about everybody else who's just posting, because like I said, I'm the nigga in there. They don't know that, but I'm the only nigga in there that really got some other shit going on. Like everybody else is just niggas who want to party, niggas who just like, you know what I'm saying, who sell tickets and shit. Not downplaying that, because I wish I had that, right? But they don't know what I'm capable of, and they don't need to know. They probably not gonna know
about the whole getting in free to shit. So it comes with a guarantee, like you get in free to the party or whatnot. I mean,
depending on what you do, if you selling tickets, then yeah, you get to make money and you get to get in for free. If you help set up chairs and shit like that, they'll let you get in for free, get you free drinks and shit like that. He's on that type of time. But it's like 30 people in there. So as a group, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I let these 30 people in for free. They help promote, help set up. I got my own team, and I ain't gotta pay them. I just gotta let them, you know, say either make their bread or get in for free.
I got you.
So that's why I'm like, okay, cool. I'm a, you know what I'm saying, get in there and see what's going on. But my goal is to connect to this nigga. Like, what are you doing that I'm not?
Yeah, okay.
Like I said, his group does have the crowd. Like they do big events. Like it'd be a few, like damn near 1,000 people at some of these like big ass parties.
I got you.
I done got bit with the I'm getting paid for show bugs, so now I'm kind of over it.
It hit different. That's why I can't be hating when niggas tell me that. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But that'd be my thing, right? I know you can get paid for a show next time. I ain't never seen some of these niggas get paid. Like, unless y'all can show me an invoice or something, bro, I'm not believing that. You may be trying to, but like it's gotta come naturally. Like, you can't force me to pay. You can't force me to pay you for your first paid show. Like, bro, no.
I mean, y'all don't have no standard. There, y'all listen to music with through hits and listens. That should be a standard right there. Why am I paying for you if nobody's gonna listen to your shit for free?
That's facts.
If you ain't got a certain number, I mean, it should be, you know what I'm saying? I guess locally, you know, you come up with a standard for local niggas. Because if bitch won't click on your shit for free on some shit on a platform that they own every day, all day, and they won't click on your shit for free. What the fuck I'm gonna pay you to show up for?
That is true. That is true. I think niggas got the game fucked up. I feel like it's fucked up on all sides. Everybody's fucked up. It reminds me of the weed game about 5-6 years ago. Cause I'll be honest, I've been smoking for over a decade. I was smoking mid when I first started. I'm talking about $10 sack, big as your fist. Like, you know what I'm saying? Next thing I know, I give my weed man $10, $20 or whatever. He handed me a little itty bitty sack. I was like, he handed me about a gram and a half. I said, bro, what the fuck is this? Are we finna have to get down? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, nah, this is that loud. I was like, what the fuck does that mean, bro? And then next thing I know, and so like, okay, cool. So cool, it's loud, right? But now niggas, so really niggas start charging $10, $5 a gram for the loud just so they could smoke for free. So more niggas start selling weed and fucking up the game. The game got saturated to where there wasn't really no money into it. And then the quality of the weed went back down. So now the prices is higher for the same quality of weed we were smoking 5-6 years ago. But we had this whole little spike, and now the shit's fucked up. That's how I feel like the music game is right now.
That's a good analogy. I mean,
fuck the game up.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, shit, leave shit was terrible back in the day. At least it ain't terrible. Shit was
That's
terrible.
hilarious.
That shit was terrible.
Hey, so is it Monique's fault, or is it DL Hughley's fault, or is it the promoter's fault?
Do what now?
Is it Monique's fault, DL Hughley's fault, or the promoter's fault?
I didn't hear about that. What happened with that?
Explain that.
Oh, y'all don't know. Okay.
I thought I did hear one type thing, something. It was something going on, but I think I did hear something, but I don't remember now.
There was a comedy show in Detroit. The headliners was Monique and DL Hughley. Monique says she gets there and she thinks she's supposed to close out the show because that's what's in her contract. DL Hughley says, I'm supposed to close out the show. It's in my contract. They both saying this to the promoter. The promoter says, Monique, you either go on now or you don't go at all. You don't get your back half or whatever. Monique goes on stage and bashes DL Hughley her whole set. She said the DL and DL Hughley stands for down low and all this different stuff. Like she just went on a tangent. She starts talking about Steve Harvey again and then weaponizing women, black women and shit like that. DL Hughley goes on stage right after her, doesn't say a word about it. Does his comedy set. Then the next morning, he go on his radio show and says, I now know what Will Packer and everybody else know is working with Monique is an occupational hazard and do not be around her. He said Precious was not an acting role, it was a biopic. he said that is really her. He said she had no grounds to stand on. She showed up late and thought that if she threw a big enough tantrum, she would get pushed back to go later. But it didn't work, and she knew she didn't have no grounds to stand on or whatever. They both put out their contracts, and their contracts do say headliner. It doesn't necessarily say who's going to close the show. So that's why it's kind of like a tit for tat. But now Monique done put out all types of shit, bashing DL Hughley, talking about I don't want to necessarily say it, but just saying he's not protecting his family when certain situations go down and shit like that. And just putting out she being messy, for lack of a better term.
I don't know. I mean, shit, I don't know too much about it, but I ain't the biggest fan of Monique or Lee Daniels, none of them niggas either. So they all deserve each other. But DL was probably fucking right about what he did. I mean, it sounded to me like Monique is just being Monique. That's what she did. I mean, I don't see no reason why she don't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't see how you get into it with everybody. You get into it with the gay niggas and the straight niggas.
That's funny. But yeah,
And
DL
they
was
just pull
definitely
your ass off the scrap heap. They just pull your ass off the scrap heap. You getting shows and working. And now you're going to go after DL. Because DL got a platform every day.
he got a
Every day.
job every day. you going after niggas with jobs. Like Steve Harvey, he talked about it on his radio show, and he was like, first and foremost, I don't give a what she think about me. Like he didn't even say it. He said it on the radio station. He was like, he just don't care no more. And that's what I think that's what a lot of folks are saying. It's like, damn, Monique, why?
Monique is right. I mean, hey, everybody mess up their career like that. I mean, what you call it too? Act the same way as Monique. Damn, Cat Williams.
Yeah, but Cat Williams funny.
But yeah, as I said, he keep getting his damn chance. They keep giving him a chance. Keep giving him a chance. Cat the same way. Shit, Cat was selling out arenas before anybody was. And threw that shit away. Gave it to everybody else. Now he back. He do it again. He done started over 3-4 times. But like you say, you know what I'm saying? He real funny.
That's the thing. He's no matter what, you can't stop Cat Williams from being funny.
Monique is funny.
She's funny, but it doesn't seem like she has the consistency of delivery.
I mean, because she keeps feeling fucked up. I mean, shit. You can't develop consistency when you don't work. She don't work because she fucking stupid. And people treat their career like that, you gotta let them. That's the way they want to live. They say, hey, I ain't taking no shit. Just like the motherfucker on your job, when that motherfucker walk around the motherfucking job talking about, fuck the crackers, I ain't gonna do a motherfucking thing. Fuck that shit. Let that motherfucker come tell me I ain't doing this shit. Okay, well, bitch. When you ain't got no motherfucking job, then, bitch, you ain't got no fucking job. Don't do it then. I don't care. This shit ain't bother me, nigga. You ain't got to preach to everybody here how you ain't gonna do something. The ass ain't got no motherfucking job, then you walk around talking about fucking crackers. Hey, that's on you, nigga.
Yeah, you opted out.
You around here saying fuck them niggas. I ain't gotta do shit. Okay, well, you niggas ain't gonna hire you neither. They making all the black movies. They making all the black movies. So I don't know how you go say fuck them when white folks ain't calling you. If white folks was calling them, I'd be applauding. I'd be like, yeah, fuck them niggas. I'll go work for them. White man ain't calling you. White man ain't called you once. Yeah, you out here saying fuck all the niggas who making the movies. Okay.
Now you ain't gonna be in no more movies.
How you gonna get a job? And even the little people trying to come up ain't gonna hire you because they need them niggas too. They need them niggas too. Shit. Nigga, you can't. Nigga, you know how I mean? Tyler Perry ain't the only person who makes movies at Tyler Perry Studios. That's why there's Tyler Perry Studios.
Yeah.
All kinds of motherfucking shit out there. Now you try to tell me you an up-and-coming director or producer or whatnot, hey, you gotta film a movie and you want Monique in it, but you can't film that bitch at Tyler Perry Studios. This shit, nigga, fuck Monique. We gotta hire somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Even if you go get somebody who's low budget, somebody who's trying to come up or something, even if she go, you know what I'm saying, find somebody who want to work with her. Who they got to work with in order to get, help? Nah, leave that. I don't want that project.
Yeah, they'll rather just chill out. So do you think Gucci, I wanted to give like a shout out to Gucci and his wife. They had an anniversary. And then Gucci dropped a song about her, and it's number 3 on trending on YouTube right now. I think that's just dope. Grown black men shit. Evolution of Gucci is dope. Because last episode we talked about how he said he was gonna kill Charlamagne. So to watch a whole music video where he was rapping about his wife and how cool she is, I was like, oh, look at Gucci. Maturing.
I ain't heard the song, man. I'm sure.
Okay.
Nice.
That's fine. That's fine. He also just dropped a new partnership with Adidas. Was Adidas better than Nike's back in the day? And are they coming back?
Nike,
No.
I think Adidas was on top when Nike took over. They never looked back.
They never look back.
I think it was Adidas. I saw a documentary or something on that not too long ago. I think one shoe company was Adidas or Converse. I think it was Converse. Well, I think Adidas and Converse was getting next, and then Nike took over. So
Adidas and Converse, and then after that it was a wrap. Well, Nike owns Converse now. I found that out not too long ago. You breaking up, huh?
Now they do probably.
Yeah.
I don't think they didn't always, because Nike came up. When Nike came up, it was a self-made business.
Are we gonna talk about Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan? Or we don't care?
What they do?
They
I
broke up.
personally don't care. Lori Harvey's for the streets.
Lori Harvey cheat on the boy or something?
Well, apparently the rumor is he wanted a bigger commitment. She didn't. They got a 10-year age difference between them. But then there's a whole nother community that's saying it was a contract from the beginning to make Michael B. Jordan's image look better because he's been known to only date white women. So they like put a contract together for him to date black women to help his image and get him back in tune with the black folks.
I don't know.
I don't know either. That's why I said, are we going to talk about it? Do we care enough to go into it?
Let's talk about Michael B. Jordan. I ain't never seen him with no white. I think I did maybe see him with a white girl or something. But, so
I ain't never looked into his love life ever.
Shit, Tyrese was a motherfucking real nigga. Tyrese just fuck with the white bitches. Jamie Foxx fuck with the white bitches. Like, people don't give a fuck. Jamie Foxx still funny than the motherfucker. Michael B. Jordan need to pick some better movies. They didn't even worry about being a black dude.
See, I'm not gonna say he peaked, but he had some dope shit early. So it's hard for him to top Fruitvale Station. It's hard for him to top Creed, nigga. Like, nigga, you Killmonger, nigga. Like, come on, bro. What are you gonna do after that? And Chadwick's dead now. So now that movie is forever solidified in black people.
I was just about to say, how can you say that when you got Will Smith and Chadwick Boseman? These niggas top themselves every time they come out.
Not every time. And Will Smith hit a cold streak too. Like,
see, that's where I disagree. It's a good movie. He's good. He's funny,
bruh.
He's funny in that, bruh.
And then Michael B. Jordan's
those movies were whack, but they made more money than anything that anybody else you're talking about because they wasn't made for you, nigga.
It was Disney's movies.
They made for a little white boy. They was made for a little white boy. That's like saying The Rock got hit a cold streak.
Does Will Smith have as much money as Jay-Z?
Probably more.
Because this is what I was just thinking, right? I was like, damn, we give Jay-Z a lot of credit for what he did outside of music, right? But Will was rapping too. So like Will did a lot of shit outside of music too. Like, is he up there with Jay-Z? Is he up there with
I think Jay-Z, go ahead. What are you about to say?
I would think so.
I think Jay-Z has more money now. I think Will Smith had more money for a longer period of time. So when Jay-Z was trying to get to his $10 million bag, $100 million bag, Will Smith was already in there.
They wasn't making bag. Will Smith, when he started making a bag, his bag wasn't as big as Jay's bag. Like, they wasn't paying niggas, If he would have had Fresh Prince of Bel-Air now, that nigga would have been making $120 million a year to record that show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he probably would have got 6 figures an episode.
He wasn't
6
getting
figures.
$1 million. He wasn't getting no $1 million an episode back
I
then.
didn't say $1 million. I said he was getting 6 figures an episode.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the cast of Friends got $1 million an episode. The whole fucking cast. Nigga, nigga, if this motherfucker, if fucking Will Smith had a show like that was that big now, nigga, you crazy, nigga. That motherfucker would be making he'd be making $4 million goddamn episode.
They gave the cast of Friends $1 million a piece.
Yeah, they all held out for that shit. They all held out. They all stood strong. Everybody get paid the same damn thing. That show was about to go off the air like a couple years before it didn't, because the boys said they ain't signing back. Everybody getting paid the same thing. They all stuck together.
Like real friends.
All stuck together. Like we all finna get this.
But that makes sense though. Like, cause if all of us decide, it can't just be 3, it can't be 2.
Yeah.
If all of them, oh man, cause this is gonna make the network look bad.
He held out. Motherfuckers got that shit. That's why all the bitches paid. That's why none of the motherfuckers work no more. They work when they want to. I shouldn't say they don't work no more. They work when they fucking want to. All
$1 million an episode.
All of them got paid.
Look, nah, nigga, quit leaving.
$1 million for episode.
You
talking about Fresh Prince?
No,
Friends,
nigga. The cast of Friends held out at one point and got $1 million an episode. Did you know that? Bruh, they all held out so they could get that bag. An episode? Oh my God.
That's the type of shit where you can hold it down. That's why snitching is terrible.
God, an episode.
That's what I'm trying to say. You
Hey, I learned all my lines. I would know all my lines. I would know.
So I mean, I'm saying Will Smith. I would like to see that though, but I know they was talking about one thing. Them less span is only what people report. Like they go to find what they can in the public, and then they call you and ask you what you say. And that's what they put it, and they just put it together like that. Like they don't know how much money these people worth. They don't know what car is sitting in their garage that's worth. You know what I'm saying? Another, you know what I'm saying, 750,000. Everybody got 3-4 cars in there that motherfuckers don't know about. You know what I'm saying? That's worth, that'll bump you up another couple million. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta pay to be on Forbes. And it's actually cheaper to pay to be on Forbes than it is to pay to get off Forbes. So there's like a group of people who pay money to make sure that they are never on Forbes. They don't want nobody to know how much money they make a year.
I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. I squeeze their ass like that too. It's public.
That is definitely a lick, bro.
That is a lick, bro. Do you know?
That's the type of rich. That's the type of list I'm trying to be on.
Bro, that is stealing. Like
you can't.
That's the simple rules of business, bro. Find a problem and solve it.
Mm-hmm.
What? No, you created a problem.
Exactly. Think about it, bro. If we was to go back in the medieval times, right? Would you rather be the peasant who's getting fucked over and like raided by these village, or would you join a motherfucking clique? You know what I'm saying? Start raiding some motherfucking village. You can either be afraid of the danger or be the danger, bro. Fuck it.
This is horrible. PSAs you giving out, my guy.
Hey, I'm trying to make it real for niggas. I'm trying to make it real for niggas.
It's not that dangerous, bro.
It is. In business, you Forbes, bro. Not only are you the standard, you also holding the line as far as niggas who don't want to even be on the standard.
What, nigga?
You ain't shit unless you on Forbes. But if you are the shit, you can pay Forbes not to be on Forbes. Like that's a mind fuck, bro.
Yeah, I
ain't never heard of no shit like that.
I didn't know that. I didn't know you could pay to not be enlisted. I would think more people would just pay not to be listed. But when you can tell them anything you want. Also, that's because I was listening to Kevin Hart podcast and they was talking about that. And one of the guys on there, Wayne, he handled Kevin business, and it's like the motherfuckers call you and ask you. They find out what they can in the public and knowledge, and then they call you and ask you. Most people just tell them no comment and let them go with what they got. But you know what I mean? Some people answer, and you can answer what the hell you want to answer. Motherfucker like Donald Trump answer, and you know what I'm saying? He threw $500 million on his shit just to say it. You know what I'm saying? So,
and then they scale it based off what they can actually prove.
Yeah. So I mean, and them shits ain't no marker of who got money and who make my money. That shit is no marker on that shit.
Tell me why I didn't know House Party was written for Will Smith and Jazzy Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know how it was written for them? They made that song. I just remember hearing. They made that song "Nightmare on Elm Street." There's a nightmare on my street. That movie is Warner Brothers, if I'm not mistaken. Warner Brothers was suing them for the song, and they said instead of proceeding with this lawsuit, y'all two will be the stars of our next 2 movies. It's called House Party. It's about a rapper and a DJ. And then they say, all right, cool, we'll do it. They read the script one time and then never showed back up. And then the lawsuit went away or whatever. Like, I don't know what happened, but DJ Jazzy Jeff talked about it on a Mad Skills mixtape. I know that's really specific.
I believe it.
But I was like, that is dope. Like,
I remember saying that. I remember that back in the day they were saying that was supposed to be Will Jazzy Jeff doing that shit. I didn't know that whole story.
But it's like, I think Will Smith then did that 2 or 3 times. Because if you think he's supposed to be in House Party, he's supposed to be in The Matrix, and he's supposed to be in Django. He said no to all 3 of the movies.
That is crazy.
He's supposed to be in Django.
Oh yeah,
Quentin Tarantino wanted him for Django.
Wanted him for Django. He was like, bro, I can't say nigga that many times.
Oh, you know what? I do remember that. I do remember that. Yeah, about that. I do remember hearing that. He was like, hell
no. You said, hell no, you couldn't see it.
I don't blame him for that shit. Jamie Foxx can do that. Will can't do that.
Jamie Foxx ate that though. Anytime you in trouble, Jamie Foxx show up in the sheriff hat. Word to Dave Chappelle, man. You ever seen no shit like that? What happened to him, Monk?
Nah, that shit there was, I mean, that shit wasn't recorded. I mean, I doubt that shit happened like that.
Did we talk about Dave Chappelle beating up the dude?
I think we did, because bro's a rapper.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that weak ass rap song.
I had
Unk wasn't here though. We talked about it with Robert.
No, I believe I talked about it. I remember
okay.
Talk about it.
That's funny, man. What's else on the list, Wiz? We got one more thing. Why you write snitching on the list, bro? I'm not talking about 6ix9ine again.
No, it wasn't about 6ix9ine. Did you send on the video I told you to send him?
Oh,
the 1090 Jake video.
But then he said he couldn't hear what was going on. What happened with that?
You can't hear it and you can't read it because of the graphic was in the way.
Oh shit, I didn't know that. I seen it basically. So on YouTube, there's a whole prison genre, right? Of niggas who got out of jail and shit like that, got out of prison, and they tell their stories and shit like that. But basically, there's a real famous dude from there. Like Florida's really big on there because Florida prison is wild. And Florida's a wild place just in general. So there's a few famous Florida YouTubers or whatever. One of them, his name is 1090 Jake. He reports on like a lot of street shit, a lot of rap shit, and he brings out that paperwork. He pays like the DAs and shit like that to get actual paperwork, and he be exposing niggas. And there's this nigga on there that
hold on, wait, hold on, pause. Why you laugh?
So he exposed the snitches.
Everybody. Everybody.
I was just curious what made you laugh right there. Because
I seen a little white boy. I was like, little white boy is doing this? Some of the little white boy that was getting interrogated?
So the little white boy is just a snitch. He's a dude that came out of prison and hit their prison genre.
Actually hosting that show.
Yeah, the nigga whose channel it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's why to expose snitches.
That's why that whole video is just of that nigga snitching because he had beef with this dude, right? So apparently, him and another YouTuber, whatever, was cool, kicking it tight shit or whatever. They met up in prison or whatever. But the nigga got out and he started like beefing with niggas because dude's a Crip, and the dude who runs the snitching page or whatever, he's a blood type shit. They both white though. And then so they pulled the dude whose channel it is. He lives in Boston. So dude from Florida like drove all the way up to Boston, shit like that. They had got into it, whatever. Bro had brass knuckles and shit. So he busted up the dude whose channel it is, his face and shit like that. And the other dude's homie pulled out a gun type shit. So they just squashed it. So then bro basically does his investigation and he's like, bro, you got 24 hours to delete your channel or something like that, or I'm exposing you. And nigga was like, run it. And then so he put out that 45-minute video of him blaming all like these robberies and shit like that. If you scroll through like halfway through it, it gets so far to where the nigga's like, I can take you to their house. I can show you where this room and that room and that. And I can tell you, like, he's like telling, like, it's one thing, like, it was her, you know, he's telling. That shit's funny.
He's drawing a graph.
Bruh, he's like in cuffs doing this type shit. You go in the first room, is going to be to the right, and under the couch, that's where we got all the shit. What kind of shit's in there, man? Oh, they got drugs, you know, money, all types of things, you know.
Damn.
Like, bruh, like, tell it. And I was just like, God damn. Like, I was gonna ask you, like, how relevant, like, because now niggas want to say snitching is like snitching a new nigga thing, but like, ain't niggas always been snitching? Ain't that a thing? Isn't that how anybody goes to jail? Like,
yeah.
Or anybody goes to prison?
Hard ass niggas that ain't in prison. That's why you got all these dope dealers that's not in prison. Nigga, please. Niggas snitching. Niggas been snitching. I don't know what you talking about. Niggas been snitching. Niggas been saying this shit ain't nothing new. This shit ain't nothing new. Niggas was snitching in the 70s. Nigga, what you talking about?
Niggas said me snitching since back in the day, bro.
Niggas been snitching since they started giving prison time for drugs.
Niggas was snitching in slavery. Hey, boss.
Right.
Hey, boss.
Hey, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now. That's what I'll tell you right now. Oh, Gunner and Young Thug. Oh, them niggas snitching. Them niggas finna be snitching.
They just told Young Thug no parole either.
Them niggas about to be snitching.
Not bad. No, not no parole, no bond. He can't get no bond.
Yeah, no. You better put the squeeze to that nigga. Put the squeeze to him, nigga. Ain't nobody with $1 million gonna be in no motherfucking jail cell. I don't know what you said.
Hey, but was it Steve Stout or Leo Cohen? I think it was Leo Cohen. Went to the like courthouse and everything. It was like, I'll vouch for him and I'll pay for him to get out of jail. They was like, do you understand there would be millions of dollars to have police sitting outside his house 24/7 and shit like that? And he said, if Young Thug can't pay for it, I'll pay for it myself. But then they said, no, we still denying the bond because they got people saying that there's already been threats upon their lives if they tell, coming from the YSL camp.
Pretty much. I mean, yeah.
Did you see that though? That was like a young nigga that was saying that, and they're saying that like somebody like it was like a young nigga. He was like 18, and he was basically threatening like the judge and like people like that involved with the case if they don't free his cousin. Apparently, one of his cousins or one of his family members is locked up with the YSL shit. So being on the internet, being funny, I guess being funny, he's basically saying, "I'm gonna kill y'all if y'all don't release my cousin" type shit.
And they took that shit right in the courtroom.
Right, said he can't get no bond.
They take that little stupid ass nigga right there in that courtroom. And, oh my goodness.
What they say?
Oh, turn it off. I've heard enough.
I've heard enough. I can't take it anymore. It's gonna be over.
Some nigga cousin on the internet. Some nigga cousin on the internet got that nigga fucked up. They wasn't
Golly.
They can't. If he out, then they can't motherfucking squeeze him. What you mean? Squeezing that nigga at least once a day, twice, once every other day. Niggas got an interview to have. Squeezing the shit out that nigga. They keep coming at him with some more shit. Nigga, you was here that day. Nigga, you was there.
Man, but they can't have these meetings without a lawyer, can they?
Nah, sure they can and can't. Sometimes they can, sometimes they can't. When it all boils down to it, your ass going to motherfucking prison, nigga.
Yeah, what meeting, nigga?
Your ass don't tell, your ass going to prison, niggas. We got enough evidence, so we'd have never came and got you.
But it ain't federal, it's local. So how much? What's the max he could get?
That's the worst. Shit, that's the worst. You going to a shitty prison. That's all that be.
Right. It's a state RICO case, but at the same time, though, it's like
Got to say, they can give them the same amount of time. They can give them 100 years if they want to, too. Shit.
You got to think of the bigger picture, right? They said they got a list. They got 4PF on there. They got Lucha and them on there too, as far as their list. And then if like for instance, YSL and them, they're part of the UBN or whatever. So if it does become federal and shit like that, they already have these priors and already have some of this shit figured out and how it's connected to boom, boom, boom. So just because it's state don't mean it's still not a part of a bigger Fed thing. You know, the Feds wait until it's that time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So it's really like they finna grab BMF all over again. They finna get everybody out of Atlanta because 4PF is 4 pockets full. That's Lil Baby in them, huh? So if you're gonna grab Lil Baby in them, that sounds like you're gonna end up looking at what's that shit? QC. And if you start looking at QC, you might start looking at P and Coach. And ain't no telling what you're gonna find when you start looking at them niggas. Gucci.
Like, a lot of these niggas just have business relationships. Niggas don't sell their drugs together. I mean, they can't all sell their drugs together. That's kind of hard because they all sell their drugs. I mean, you can't incorporate that many people. It'd be too hard to prove. That should be too hard to prove. BMF was run by 2 brothers. That's really easy to prove.
Oh, okay. They finna let one of them out, innit?
I don't know. It's probably the older brother, the fat boy. Because I think he told something. If I'm not mistaken, I think he did. Oh no, he was just the reason they got caught.
It was one or the other.
No, yeah, he was the reason he got caught. Because I remember me saying, my brother loved that phone. All conversations on his ass on that phone. And he said, my brother loved that phone. He never want to go nowhere.
That's crazy.
All those conversations with his ass.
Don't call me no more. FaceTime me. Oh, and that's another thing. They said they was talking about how Young Thug only talks on FaceTime because he knows it's untraceable and it's hardest to trace. Like if you go through his phone log, he has X amount of FaceTime calls. And I'm like, can you really, that's what we're gonna pull out in court? Like how many times I FaceTime people?
Yeah. When they building a conspiracy, everything matters. If he didn't do these things, we would have been caught him. That's why it would have just been a drug case. Now it's a conspiracy. They have to prove the conspiracy, the intent. And that's where they lay that shit out. These niggas use untraceable shit every time they talking. We done crack some of it. And this is what they talking about when they do it. That's all they need. But they done did this 7,000 times. We cracked 5 of them, and that's what these 5 said.
Ooh, I'm getting a headache just thinking about this.
And I'm getting hungry.
Niggas say you get hungry thinking about it. Hey, but I think that's TOD, man. We got anything we need to, I'm missing anything on the list, Wiz?
June 25th, Superstar Saturdays, 502 Summer Bash. We're going down. We're going crazy. The best vibes in the city. Y'all come turn up with us. Other than that, nothing.
Big facts, man. Y'all pull up on us. We're going to have a good time. We're going to get lit June 25th. Y'all have a good June. We'll be back before Juneteenth. So we're going to have another episode for Juneteenth. We're going to talk about Black history, goddamn.
Now niggas want to talk about Black history.
But why not, bro? It's Juneteenth.
All right.
We out this